go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. LaQuint Allen to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Decent 24.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26.
Hey, Ron. Hey, son. Silver.
Lawrence now off the play action. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10.
Hey, go!
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's him the first.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We got 2nd down. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Here we go.
On play action now, Lawrence. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. And look at the opportunity they've now got at the very start of this game, Brock. All thanks to the interception on that opening possession.
Yeah, they love to say that a running game is a quarterback's best friends, but right next to that bestie is a defense that can take the ball away for you.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. It's Pacheco again. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. This is Allen to return. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
We know this is the ticket to the field for a whole lot of rookie special teams, and something the teams every year look for in the draft. And with the new rules, well, maybe even that much more, these super athletes who can electrify in returns and turn the smallest lane into one of the biggest plays of the game.
Right, let's go.
Here's ETN on first down. And he's able to manage a couple on that line.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Rip, 23. Hey, Phil.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Escapes the pocket. Caught near the goal line. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars reach Painters.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Right? They flip through their call sheet, they just call whatever's on it. Then there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action, the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Little tax on the extra point. And they'll take the lead. Set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught downfield by Rice. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First down, Chiefs.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he is able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Zone read, it's Pacheco. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Manages a gain of 3 there. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Chiefs take a 5-point first quarter lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. His 2nd missed point after the game. He's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. This is Allen to return. Showing a little burst so far. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, line.
With the play action, Lawrence. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs get it back after making their 3rd first half interception. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Yellow. Argo blue lane.
Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the run, deep down the left side. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Mahomes to throw for it. Short pass brought in. And this one has no shot. They're on him quick, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, go!
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, no! Oh, the ball is loose again! And they recover! So after a very chaotic play and a couple of turnovers, they're set up somehow for the 1st down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
This is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Hey, run!
They go right back to ETN. Dropped by the 1st guy he's met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On red.
Throwing his Lawrence on 3rd down. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So even after the near turnover, Brock, offense still getting the call here. It's 4th down. 4th down, pass coming. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Play action, Mahomes. He gets it through the middle. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space, to find those completions outside the pocket.
Yellow! Spike right!
They'll go with Hunt on the run. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Eric Armstead there on the stop. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Yellow, yellow! Spike right!
Pacheco gets it over gun. We're working a couple yards past the line. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. 12-7 our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They start out with a 3rd and 6.
On the line! Spike right!
Here's Hunt up the middle. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down and 5. The offense staying out there.
Yellow! On the line! Yellow! Attack, attack! Spike right!
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And the man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Hey, Lion! This way, side!
They send a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Hey, Dinter! Back!
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still 3rd down and short, but they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
ETN on 3rd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Hey, easy, Ralph! Here we go.
1st down throw, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So sensational work by a skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here's Nico Rumihio. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air, Mahomes. A little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. There's one that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's 4th down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Mahomes throwing on 4. On the move, headed right. Throw caught by his running back. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's a great field position.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4.
And they pick him off again. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Left side, it's caught by Rice. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. A counter give here to Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Here's Mahomes now. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Gotta be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Mahomes. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs jumped in front now by 5. Butker on now to kick this one away. Bayshul and Tootin now on the return. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, Soko, so hot.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a slim 2-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Mejia with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Chiefs 1st down. Right back to Pacheco. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he stops. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, trying to connect it with Kelsey, but it's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now they face 2nd down.
On a red.
Lawrence working from the gun. Put some heat on this deep ball. This is brought in at the 15. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Every offense I've ever seen for Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
From the red zone on 1st. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
Brian Thomas Jr. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second
Cam Little
and
now to
inches
try the Jags field
at the
goal.
Chiefs'
A
4-yard
very
line.
short kick here from the right hash. Little knocks it through. And that grows the lead to 5. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. It's going well so far. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
That's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
First down throw, Mahomes. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Yellow. I've got blue waiting. 15, 15. Start.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Jaguars return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
2nd down, ETN gets it again. Well, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, son.
And air it out on 3rd. Pass caught. It's Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Forced out to his right. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. The QB just nailed it.
And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, You still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. He picked up 6 on the runs. Now they're facing 3rd and goal.
Yellow. On the line, right.
They will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
Kansas City.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a designed read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights, and the Chiefs trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This is Allen to return. Shoves one away. They can't stop him. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Red on red. Turn, they said hot.
Motioning Myers right. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. Near downfield, and Myers has it. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double and triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40.
Rip.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside a field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Etienne again. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
It would have been about a 50-yard attempt on the field goal. The offense staying out there to go for this.
Hey, run. Son, they said hot. Silver.
Looking to throw. Sends this to the end zone. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it. It's worthy. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Hunt trying things up the gut. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Greg Newsome has it.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Ralph. Hey, tomato. Red.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Hey.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He spits down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackle tries to meet him in the hole.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Jaguars have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rip!
On the run, it's ETN. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say the slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. Average team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2nd and 3 now. Running right side. Here's Hunt. Breaks the tackle. They're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. See how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Ball is out. Mahomes fumbled it. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
Oh, you know what, Kate? That defense right there, they thought they had a huge play until they saw that ball bouncing out of bounds. One bounce and just the other direction there off the field. Instead, they're on the field.
And they pick him off again. And the Jaguars have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Hey, run!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. 3rd and long for him here. Got his man. Thomas has it. And they're not going to stop him until he gets out to that 16-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16.
Lawrence looking to throw. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends. And
this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Rip, 23.
They go right back to Etienne. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a 1st down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps in 1st and 2nd down.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Put the body on the line for his team. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of the game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
That's in time. So 2nd down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here's a give to Hunt. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. No throw, 3rd and long. Touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that.
Makes the catch. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL.
And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a one-score game in the fourth. Time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Tootin now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Lawrence throwing here. Planting on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Hey, Lion.
On second down, it's ETN. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars up by 6. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34.
Lisa 24. Hey, tomato.
Motioning him from the slot right. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. First and 10 now from the 46.
46-yard line.
All right, let's go.
They're going to pass it here. Cut out left. Crosses the 35, room for more. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars go up by 12 in the fourth. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown back.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, brother. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Defense perhaps a little too worried about the pass there, partner, and as a result, they're able to run it in for 2.
It really becomes a numbers game down here. And you see a lot of teams employ this, right? If there's numbers there against the pass, we're going to be committed to running. If they stack the box, we've got to be willing to throw it. In this case, it was a numbers advantage and the simplest path for 2 points.
He stopped on the run back into 27. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He's caught. He's got breath. going to be brought down into enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Fourier looking with the pick.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Absolutely fires this one right side. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
That was just a little bit too low to be brought in. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Looking Myers, and he's got it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Thrown again. Here's Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. They get there to take him down right around the 41.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Kate, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way.